Boards That Excel. Candid Insights and Practical Advice for Directors. Published by Barrett Kohler Publishers. Written by B. Joseph White. Narrated by Wayne Shepherd. Introduction. Pay it forward. The purpose of this book. We are products of our experiences. Two of mine have greatly influenced the views about governance expressed in this book. In both cases, I was there at the creation. The principals involved had high aspirations and a stewardship attitude toward governance. Results over more than 2 decades have been strong and positive. My boss, Dean Gil Whitaker of the University of Michigan Business School, walked into my office in Ann Arbor with a guest. "Hi, I'm Paul Gordon," he said with a deep voice and a big smile. "We have a little family business in Grand Rapids. I'm wondering if you could help us with governance and a few other things." Paul was a graduate of the school where I was a professor and associate dean. He was in his mid-60s when we met. Paul had recently begun to think deeply about the long-term future of Gordon Food Service, GFS, the growing private company he headed with his brother John. Gil thought I might be able to help Paul because I had just returned to the school after a 6-year stint in the real world at Cummins Incorporated, the diesel engine and power systems company in Columbus, Indiana. Paul and I hit it off immediately. He told me about his family in the food service business. I related some things I'd learned at Cummins about quality, leadership, and change. Together, we visited GFS's new automated distribution center in nearby Brighton, Michigan. A few weeks later, I went to Grand Rapids and met his brother, John, and their 3 sons in the business. I liked them and what I saw. The feeling seemed to be mutual. I learned later that Paul was having a similar conversation with another person, David L. Gray. Dave also passed muster with the Gordons, so at Paul and John's request, Dave and I began to work together to help the Gordons create a modern board of directors and an orderly senior management succession process. Together, we became the first outside board members in their 90-year-old family-controlled business. That was 27 years ago. At the time, GFS had revenues of $400 million, 2 distribution centers, a few retail cash and carry stores, and a market area comprised mainly of Michigan and northern Ohio and Indiana. Today, revenues exceed $10 billion. The company has more than 20 distribution centers and 150 marketplace stores that serve much of the U.S. and Canada. In 2013, GFS was the 34th largest private company in America in Forbes magazine's annual ranking. In December 2013, the employee profit-sharing plan's assets exceeded $1.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?